It's Friday, November 21st, and here's everything you may have missed in business and finance yesterday. Markets opened sharply higher yesterday after Nvidia crushed earnings. Walmart delivered knockout results ahead of the open, and we finally got the September jobs report. For a few hours, all three major indices were rallying hard, and then everything changed. By the close, the Nasdaq was down 2.15%, the S&P fell 1.5%, and the Dow was down 84 basis points. To give you context of just how wild the trading range was, the Nasdaq swung very near 5% from high to low in a single day. The sell-off was broad, and only one of the 11 S&P segments finished the session in positive territory, consumer staples. The reversal wasn't limited to stocks. Crypto fell as well, seeing Bitcoin below $87,000 as investors bailed on anything with risk attached. Treasury yields shifted lower. Both the 10-year and the 2-year moved down by 3 basis points to 410 and 355 respectively. The September non-farm payrolls report showed the economy added 119,000 jobs in September, which was more than double expectations. At the same time, though, unemployment jumped to 4.4%, its highest level since 2021. Following the report, options traders were pricing in around 38% odds of a rate cut at the Fed's December meeting. Unsurprisingly, the VIX spiked yesterday, suggesting traders are bracing for potential swings in both equities and alternative assets as the quarter progresses. A key factor driving all this uncertainty continues to be concerns about AI stock valuations, with investors also pondering the impact on the sector if the Fed doesn't lower interest rates further in the near future. Debt-heavy Oracle and AMD were among the first AI names to fall into the red on the session yesterday, followed by Nvidia, which ultimately ended down 3%. Walmart, a bright spot yesterday, climbed almost 6.5% after it beat earnings and raised guidance, due in part to a 28% increase in online sales. This was Walmart's 7th consecutive quarter of growth. Gains came across income brackets, but upper-income shoppers increased most. Walmart's take on the health of the consumer is that the high and middle-income shopper are doing okay, but lower-income shoppers are under real pressure. Few corporate highlights. Intuit shares jumped nearly 4% on the back of strong first quarter results. Gap rose almost 5% after a company-wide third quarter same-store sales rose 5%, flying past Wall Street's expectations. Bath & Body Works slipped 24.81% after missing Q3 estimates and cutting its outlook, citing macro consumer pressures weighing on demand. Palo Alto Networks fell 7.42% despite meeting Q3 expectations and announcing a deal to acquire cybersecurity firm Chronosphere. Looking ahead to today, we get the University of Michigan Consumer Sentiment Report and S&P Flash Manufacturing and Services PMI. BJ's Wholesale reports earnings. We have a wall of Fed speakers, including Jefferson and Mirren. Given how sensitive markets were yesterday to rate cut odds, investors will be hanging on every syllable.